Are you trying to learn English faster, but traditional methods are just not working? Here's a fun trick. Stories. When you listen to a well-written English story, your brain starts picking up grammar, vocabulary, and sentence flow without even realizing it. That's why stories are the most powerful way to learn naturally. So if you want to make English part of your daily life, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the bell to get more immersive English stories every single day. Now, let's begin today's story. It starts with a girl, a famous tower, and a very simple mistake. Aya had always dreamed of visiting Tokyo. She grew up watching videos of the colorful streets, the quiet gardens, the vending machines that sold everything. She imagined the city as a place of bright lights, silent trains, soft music, and endless surprises. And now, here she was. She had arrived in the city 2 days earlier, with a backpack, a camera, and a list of places she wanted to see. High on that list was one iconic building, Tokyo Tower. Aya had seen it in photos since childhood. It looked like a red and white version of the Eiffel Tower, but sharper, cleaner, somehow more alive. Some people said it was just a tourist spot, but Aya didn't care. She wanted to stand at the top and look out over the city she had dreamed about for so long. On the 3rd day of her trip, she woke up early. The city outside her window was quiet, soft, and silver under the morning sky. She put on her favorite sneakers, zipped up her jacket, and headed out. After 2 train rides and a short walk through a peaceful park, she arrived at the base of Tokyo Tower. It was taller than she expected. She stood for a moment, tilting her head back, looking up and up. Then she walked toward the entrance, smiling. Inside, she followed the signs to the elevator. There were different ticket options, the main deck and the top deck. Aya wanted to go all the way to the top, of course. She bought a ticket from a machine, scanned it at the gate, and stepped into the elevator with a few other tourists. The elevator moved fast. The lights changed colors as it rose, and soft music played in the background. Aya looked at the small screen showing which level they were reaching. Then the elevator stopped. The doors opened, and the group stepped out into a wide, glass-walled room. Aya blinked. She was not at the top. She was not even at the main viewing deck. She had gotten off at the wrong level. Somehow, she had pressed the wrong button. Or maybe the ticket had been for the lower level only. She didn't know. But what she did know was this. She was now standing on a level that wasn't meant for visitors. It wasn't crowded. In fact, it was completely empty. No signs. No tour guides. No shops. Just glass, silence, and views. Aya looked around. The space felt old, like it had been forgotten. The windows were a bit dusty, and there were no decorations on the walls. The lights were dim. A single bench stood near one corner. She felt like she had entered a secret floor. Outside the glass, Tokyo stretched out in every direction. Aya could see the river, the tiny cars, the rooftops, and the endless streets. Everything was quiet up here. No sound came from the city. It looked like a map, but a living one. She walked slowly to the edge. There was no one telling her where to go. No voice on a speaker explaining things. No one was taking photos. No children were running around. No loud music. It was peaceful. She sat on the bench and watched the clouds pass over the city. The light changed as the sun moved behind a tall building. Birds flew past the window, and their shadows danced across the floor. Aya forgot about the wrong level. It no longer felt like a mistake. She stayed there for a long time, not watching the city, feeling it. The quietness allowed her thoughts to breathe. She thought about how far she had come, about how many hours she had spent dreaming of this place. Then, suddenly, a soft buzzing sound came from the elevator. A man in a blue uniform stepped out and looked surprised to see her. Aya stood, nodded politely, and showed him her ticket. He checked it and smiled. Then he pointed to the elevator and motioned for her to come with him. The elevator rose again. This time, it took her to the top deck. It was everything the photos had promised. Bright lights, clean glass, digital signs, voice announcements in several languages, excited people taking pictures. She walked around slowly, enjoying the perfect view. She could now see all of Tokyo. She took photos. She listened to the guide explaining famous buildings. She read the signs and looked through the telescope. But something was missing. After 15 minutes, she stopped taking pictures. She stood still in the middle of the crowd and closed her eyes. She thought back to that quiet level below. The dusty windows, the soft light, the empty bench, the feeling of being completely alone with the city. That was the moment she remembered most clearly. Later that day, Aya went to a nearby bookstore. She found a postcard of Tokyo Tower. On the back, she wrote just one sentence. Sometimes the wrong floor shows you the right view. She didn't send it to anyone. She kept it in her bag. And every time she felt lost or unsure in life after that day, she took it out and remembered the strange, peaceful silence of the level she never meant to visit. While Aya was getting off at the wrong level in Tokyo Tower, you were doing something amazing too. You were learning English naturally. You learned how to describe scenes. You picked up verbs and time transitions. You noticed how feelings and places are expressed without needing complicated words. That's what makes storytelling such a powerful tool. You learn the way native speakers use the language, without even thinking about it. This is what makes English stick. If you liked this peaceful, mysterious Tokyo adventure, here's what to do next. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for daily English stories made just for you. Now tell us in the comments, have you ever taken a wrong turn or ended up somewhere unexpected, but it turned out better than your plan? We'd love to read your story. You might inspire someone else and help them learn too. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and remember, not every mistake is wrong. Some are doors in disguise.